Hi, John Emerson, University of Delaware Cooperative Extension. I'd like to talk to you today about how to interpret your soil test report, and I'd like to go over a few bullet points to help you better understand and navigate your way through your soil test report.
There are three key areas on the report that we will concentrate on in order to better understand what our next steps are. The areas of concern are the interpretation section, highlighted in purple, the results, highlighted in blue, and the fertilizer recommendations based off of our results are highlighted in red. The results section, highlighted here in blue, is a quantitative analysis of nutrients in the soil at the time of sampling. In other words, how much of a certain nutrient was found in the sample. It also lists other items of note, such as pH, which tells us how acidic or basic our soil is, the organic matter content, listed as a percentage, and the cation exchange capacity, which tells us how well the soil will hold on to nutrients. The section highlighted in purple is the soil test interpretation. University of Delaware uses the SLAN guidelines, which stands for Sufficiency Levels of Available Nutrients. This interpretation method analyzes our results to determine if there is a need for fertilizer. Each nutrient is determined by the guidelines to either be low, medium, optimum, or excessive. A low soil test value indicates that there is a high probability that we will see a positive plant response with adding the corresponding nutrient as a fertilizer. As a nutrient level falls into the medium category, there is about a 50-50 chance that adding that nutrient will result in a positive plant response. And if a nutrient falls into the optimum or excessive category, this is suggesting that no fertilizer is needed and the probability of a positive plant response is extremely low or zero. Lastly, the section highlighted in red is our fertilizer recommendation. This section will indicate how much, or if any, nutrient is needed in the form of fertilizer to bring the soil nutrient levels into an optimum range. The fertilizer recommendations will have amounts listed as pounds per 1,000 square feet and the appropriate time to make these applications. Also, if our pH is too low or too high, you will see a recommendation in order to adjust the pH to appropriate levels. Ideal levels for most grasses is a pH of 6 to 7. Retesting every year is best, but every 2 to 3 years is acceptable. Soil testing not only tells us how much nutrients we may have in the soil, but it also gives us the ability to track the nutrient trends over time after our fertilizer applications.